In this video, you'll learn where firewalls go, every segment and every door to the internet. We'll cover why a single firewall at the edge of the network isn't enough, why every segment of a network needs its own firewall, and why every connection to the internet needs one too. Firewall placement isn't guesswork. There are two rules that tell you where every firewall belongs. You'll know both by the end of this video. One firewall isn't enough, why a single firewall at the edge leaves the network exposed. Most people assume one firewall at the edge of the network is all you need, but as you'll see, the inside of the network is left wide open. Here's why that's a problem. Take a look at the image here. One security guard at the front door, and once someone slips past, they have free run of the entire building. A network with only an edge firewall has exactly the same problem. Free access to every device. An attacker who gets past the edge firewall hits no more checkpoints, because there are no internal boundaries. This means with access to one part of the network, the attacker can jump from device to device, a technique called lateral movement, completely unchecked, which leads to one device, entire network at risk. With nothing to slow them down, a single compromised machine is all it takes to reach everything inside. This is why one firewall at the edge of the network is not enough. Here's a starting point, the edge-only setup. Traffic flows in from the internet, passes through one edge firewall, and lands in a single flat internal network containing all devices. That edge firewall is the only line of defense. Let's see what a better design looks like. So instead of one wide open network, we split it into separate groups: employee workstations, internal servers, and guest Wi-Fi. Each one has different users, different data, and different risk levels. Keeping them separate means if one group gets hit, it doesn't automatically spread to the others. Now, let's protect each one. Now each segment has its own firewall. If an attacker gets past both the edge firewall and the guest Wi-Fi firewall, they still can't reach the employee workstations or internal servers. Those segments have their own firewalls blocking the way. Each of those firewalls can also have its own independent rules. The server's firewall might be very strict, only allowing specific traffic from specific sources. The guest Wi-Fi firewall might be more permissive, since guests just need internet access and nothing else. Same principle, different configurations. Every segment, its own firewall. That's the idea. Here's the rule. Every segment of a network should have a firewall to control the flow of data in and out of that segment. Not just the edge, every segment. Think of it like doors in a building. The front door keeps outsiders out, but you also want doors between rooms so that someone who gets in the building can immediately access every room. Each internal door is a checkpoint, and each segment firewall does exactly that. If an attacker gets past the edge, they still hit another barrier before they can reach anything sensitive. This is the first placement rule you need to know. Every door to the internet, firewalls belong at every entrance and exit point. Let's look at what that means in practice. Here's a simple setup, a main office with one connection to the internet. Traffic flows in, passes through a firewall, and reaches the office network. One internet connection, one firewall. That's straightforward. But many organizations have more than one connection to the internet. Let's add a second location. Now there's a branch office with its own internet connection. Notice that it also has its own firewall. You can't just protect the main office and assume the branch is covered. The branch has its own path to the internet, which means it has its own vulnerability. An unguarded internet connection at the branch is a backdoor. An attacker who finds it can walk straight in, completely bypassing the main office firewall. Every connection to the internet is a potential entry point. Every one of them needs a firewall. Here's the second rule. Each point of data ingress, that means data entering the network, and egress, data leaving the network, between the internal network and the public internet should have a firewall. Ingress and egress are the terms you'll run into in security. Ingress is traffic coming in, egress is traffic going out. Both directions matter, and every connection point where that happens needs a firewall. If there's a door to the internet, there must be a firewall at that door. No exceptions. Here's a quick check. A company has a main office and a branch office, each with its own internet connection. How many firewalls does it need at minimum? Take a moment to think about it. At least two, one for each internet connection. Each location has its own path to the internet, so each one needs its own firewall. And that's the minimum. Remember, each internal segment would need its own firewall too. Firewalls go everywhere data crosses a boundary. That's the big idea from this video. Here are the 2 placement rules to remember. Rule 1. Every segment of a network needs its own firewall. Rule 2. Every connection between the internal network and the internet needs a firewall. No boundary goes unguarded. Use these 2 rules whenever you're thinking about where firewalls belong on a network. Now it's your turn to put what you learned into practice.